we are going to see about sulfuric acid. You all know the formula for sulfuric acid, am I right? The formula for sulfuric acid is H2SO4. Right? It's a very important chemical. It is called as a king of acid. Why it is called as a king of acid? Do you know? Because the industrial power of a country is estimated only using the amount of sulfuric acid used in the country, used in the industries of those countries, right? Yeah. So it is called as king of acids. Right, now let us see the structure of sulfuric acid. This is the structure of sulfuric acid. Now let us see the preparation of sulfuric acid. You all know sulfuric acid is prepared by contact process. It's a very important process. Now first let us see the equations that are involved in contact process. Then we can see the apparatus used. Right here. Now let us see the equation. Sulfur, when it is treated with oxygen, it produces sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide, when it is treated with oxygen, catalytic sulfur dioxide undergoes a catalytic oxidation to form sulfur trioxide. Right? Sulfur trioxide, when it is treated with a little amount of sulfuric acid, it forms oleum, H2S2O7. Oleum, when it undergoes hydrolysis, it produces sulfuric acid. According to Le Chatelier's principle, the favorable condition for the maximum yield of sulfur trioxide in the second step is high pressure and low temperature. It should be a high pressure and low temperature according to Le Chatelier's principle. The temperature is 720 Kelvin. In presence of platinum or vanadium pentoxide as a catalyst. Right? So totally 4 steps are involved in the preparation of sulfuric acid by contact process. Now let us see the diagram for this. Sulfuric acid. Look at this diagram dear. See here. There is an inlet at here. Am I right? A sulfur burner is there. Air is passed there. Inside the sulfur burner, sulfur is present. So air and sulfur mix together and form sulfur dioxide, oxygen. Along with this, some of the impurities are also getting passed here, right? This is called as a dust precipitator. This dust precipitator removes some of the dust particles, and sulfur dioxide and oxygen are passed to the next chamber. Next chamber is washing and cooling tower. Here water is sprayed there in order to remove the impurities. The waste water will be coming out through the outlet presented here, and then through this way sulfur dioxide and oxygen are passed to the concentrated sulfuric to the drying tower. Their concentrated sulfuric acid is sprayed over there. Some of the waste acids will be removed through this outlet, right? Now dry sulfur dioxide and oxygen are passed to the next tower, that is arsenic purifier containing gelatinous hydrated ferric oxide. There the arsenic impurities are removed and then it is passed to the preheater. Here the content which is coming out there is getting heated there. It is passed to the catalytic converter, vanadium pentoxide. Sulfur dioxide gets converted over here as a sulfur trioxide. Through this outlet, sulfur trioxide gas is passing through the concentrated sulfuric acid. So sulfur trioxide and concentrated sulfuric acid in presence of vanadium pentoxide, it gets converted into oleum. Through an outlet present at the bottom, oleum is collected. This oleum undergoes hydrolysis to form sulfuric acid. This is the process which is involved in the contact process. Right children, I hope you all have understood this process. Now let us see the properties of sulfuric acid. Now let us see the properties of sulfuric acid. Yes, first we are going to see acidic property of sulfuric acid, right? You all know that sulfuric acid is a dibasic acid, am I right? It is a dibasic acid. So when a dibasic acid is treated with a base, what it will produce? When a dibasic acid is treated with a base, it will produce two kinds of salts. Let us witness this using a base, right? Yeah. Now we are going to treat sulfuric acid with a base sodium hydroxide, right? You'll be getting a two product, sodium bisulfate, one of the salt, and then by changing the temperature we can get sodium sulfate. So we are getting two salts here. One is sodium bisulfate, another one is sodium sulfate. Now let us see the strong affinity of water. You all know that sulfuric acid is a very good dehydrating agent. What is the meaning of dehydrating agent? The meaning of dehydrating agent is it will, like water, it will remove the water from the compounds to which it is treated. Am I right, children? So let us see some reaction for this. Ethanol, when it is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, here concentrated sulfuric acid acts as a dehydrating agent. Since it has a strong affinity towards water, it will remove the water molecules from ethanol. It will produce ethylene. Right? Yeah? Now let us see the second reaction to witness this. We are going to take C12H22O11. This on treatment with concentrated sulfuric acid. Water molecules will be removed here. We will be getting carbon and water. Right? It has removed water there. And then third reaction we are going to see with formic acid. Formula for formic acid is COOH. Right? When it is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, here it acts as a dehydrating agent. It removes the water molecule, be getting carbon monoxide and water. Same way, if you are treating this concentrated sulfuric acid with oxalic acid, you'll be getting carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide and water molecule. Right? Yeah. Now let us see the next reaction. Concentrated sulfuric acid is a very good oxidizing agent. Concentrated sulfuric acid is a very good oxidizing agent. Let us see some reaction to witness this. Copper, when it is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, here concentrated sulfuric acid acts as a oxidizing agent. Sulfur dioxide and water. Same way, when sulfur is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, it produces sulfur dioxide and water. Same way, carbon, when it is treated with sulfuric acid, it produces carbon dioxide gas, sulfur dioxide and water. Now let us see the uses of sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is used in the manufacture of fertilizers like ammonium sulfate, dyestuff, explosives, drugs, chemicals, pigments and plastics. Right, children? It is also used in the leather industry, storage cell, petroleum industry and as laboratory reagent. Thank you, children.